Hey, this is a while ago. We've got some complex numbers here, so let's look at this one. Hopefully you remember that the way that you do this is you multiply it by the conjugate. So the conjugate is something that is, you're basically creating the factor of the difference of two squares. So it's the same numbers, but then the different sign in between. And the reason that we do that is when we multiply this, always will become a nice number here. 6 times 2i is 12i, but then we always do the minus 12i, so those are going to cancel always. This is fantastic. And then we have 2 times 2 is 4, a negative 4, but remember I squared is equal to a negative 1. So then this becomes a positive. So again, it was a negative 4, but then I multiplied by negative 1, which becomes positive. So the bottom section here is 40. The top section, we just need to multiply that out. So I have negative 2 plus 2i times whatever I had on the bottom. I have to multiply the same thing on top and bottom because that's really the value of 1, so I'm not changing the value of this. So I just need to do my math. So I have negative 12 minus 4i plus 12i plus 2, but remember I squared is negative 1, so that's going to be a negative 2. So negative 12 and negative 2 is negative 14, and then when I put those together I get a positive 8i. Now I do need to reduce that, so I can have, did I multiply that right? 2 times 2 is 4. Sorry about that. Hopefully you caught that. 2 times 2 is 4, and then that was a negative 1. So that was negative 16. So now I'm going to separate these. So I have negative 16 over 40 plus 8i over 40, and I can reduce them everything by 8. So I get negative 2/5 plus I over 5. So that is my answer for number 11. No, yeah, number 1 on the back. So let's look here. This one here, again, the whole purpose of this is to get rid of an imaginary in the denominator. So with this one here, the only thing I need to multiply the top and bottom by is an I, because then it's 4 times a negative 1, and mission accomplished. So I'm going to have negative 4 on the bottom, and on the top is going to be negative 6i. Now I do want to reduce that, which would become 3i over 2, and a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So that would be my answer.